Hi guys, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. The Nigeria Labour Congress, the NLC, even the Trade Union Congress declare indefinite strike from October 3rd, advise citizens to stock up. Yes, this is a very serious issue. Now the NLC and the TUC of Nigeria have resolved to begin an indefinite nationwide strike starting on October 3rd, 2023. This comes after a joint press briefing held by the leaders of the union in Abuja on Tuesday. The NLC and the government have failed to reach an agreement on the best way to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal and the attendant hardship in the country on Nigerians. Following Tuesday's separate virtual National Executive Council meetings, the union resolved to commence the strike on October 3rd and urged Nigerians to stock up on food supplies for at least 1 week. The 3-week ultimatum, which was given by the NLC to the government, expired last week. The NLC President Joe Ajuru and his TUC counterpart Festus Osifo disclosed this after their separate emergency NEC meetings in Abuja on Tuesday, that the Nigerian government have been insensitive to the plight of the citizens following the removal of fuel subsidy, which has pushed the prices of food items, transport fare, and other goods and services. And yes, this is a very delicate issue. Now the TUC, they are going on an indefinite strike, guys. An indefinite strike. Oh, they never even talk when they would call off this strike. And this is starting from October 3rd. So at this point, everyone is left, in the dark because they have really mounted on their grounds that they are not withdrawing from this activity. So, guys, this would lead to a halt of economic activities. This would lead to a halt of commercial activities nationwide, not just for states, but this is nationwide. So this would affect the whole of Nigeria, grounding economic activities, commercial activities, and other activities. And it would hinder our economic progress, growth, and development. But the NLC and the TUC decided to take this path because of the failure of the government to successfully implement policies to alleviate the sufferings of Nigerians following the removal of the subsidy on premium motor spirit. The NLC President Joe Ajuru has been very patient. They've noted that on several occasions they've held meetings with the federal government on how they would bring about a tangible solution, but it seems that the government is taking them for a ride. We recall that the 21-day ultimatum given by the NLC ended last week, and then the national president of the NLC, Joe Ajuru, had complained that none of the demands put before the federal government had been addressed. And then they said once the ultimatum is over, they would go on an indefinite strike. So we know that the NLC and the TUC, they are making huge demands, which is wage awards, implementation of the palliatives, tax exemptions and allowances to public sector workers, and review of the minimum wage. All these are like some part of the requirements the NLC are asking and demanding from the Nigerian government. So this issue of minimum wage has been a huge topic in Nigeria. It seems that the federal government have vowed not to, increase the minimum wage because prices of foodstuffs, prices of goods and commodities, goods and services are on a high side. Meanwhile, the minimum wage is still the same. The Nigerian workers are receiving peanuts as salaries, and this has led to several protests from the NLC on how the government should, talk about the new minimum wage plan, because it is really telling on the Nigerian workers. But it seems that the NLC it seems that the federal government is playing games with, the Nigerian labor workers. That's the Nigerian workers and the Nigeria Labour Congress. So, my country people, it seems that yes, this activity of the NLC is to send a strong message to the federal government that they are really angry and they want their voices to be heard. They want the plight of Nigerians to be heard. They don't want the government to take them for a ride, and they want to let the government know that yes, they are serious, because I guess the only form in which the NLC shows seriousness is when they embark on a strike. And I think the strike is the only language that the federal government hears. I think strike is the only language the FG hears from this trade union congress and this labor union congress. Because whenever they threaten to embark on a strike, you see the federal government hurriedly going to meet them to come up to a, like a conclusion. And then you see the matter will die down. After some few time, they will threaten another strike, and then the FG will hold meetings with them. But then, my country people, the first time they held strike, the federal government hurriedly, held meetings with the trade union, the NLC, and they came to a conclusion. And the very first meeting they held with the federal government after they embarked on that strike, nothing has been done up till date. So that is the anger of the NLC and the TUC, that nothing is being done by the federal government. At least the federal government is not even showing, sympathy to the plight and the sufferings of the people on a daily basis. And now they've urged workers, they've urged Nigerians that they should key into this nationwide strike, because this nationwide strike is a move through which they can force the federal government to return to the negotiation table that they have abandoned. So Nigerians are, crossing their fingers, looking at what's going on between the NLC and the federal government. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? However, Nigerians have reacted. Hold on to your decision, please. Don't be distracted. Save Nigerians from the hands of greedy criminal politicians. Nigerians are solidly behind you all. It seems that this Kobo Labour Congress leadership, Tinubu will give them peanuts and they will reverse the strike action and tell their suffering members and suffering Nigerians to keep on working and enduring suffering. Okay, wetin we go come stock up with? Abi una no know say hunger dey? We hope this strike would yield results. Please, hope NEPA should not be involved in this okay? Well, na you and their papa go stock up. Alright, the difference between NLC and INEC is just a stone throw. Okay guys, these are just few reactions from Nigerians. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.